It is showing. So let me share the screen. Okay. Over here, so we have to make. We was talking about a
Yes.
player speed stealth. It is something like stealth or
Yes.
and a running code. Okay, so we have to make a algorithm for that. If player hits W twice in within 1.5 seconds. Okay, so we have to double the speed value twice, like this, something like that.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so it will, and after for this is simple, and after 3 seconds the speed value uh, speed is equals to 5. It will become normal. Okay,
Yeah.
so this
Yeah.
is
Yeah. Yeah.
simple.
Okay.
For that I can show you later, because right now
Yeah.
we are
Yes. Yes.
right now we are working on the player movement, and I'm showing
Yeah.
you the
No problem.
methods, how much it is going to be I enumerator something like that, which will take care of the seconds, how many
Okay.
seconds you want to do for that. And I will show you
Yes.
what
Yes.
are I enumerators. If we got time today, I will show you how to work with I enumerator method. Okay, it is very
Yeah. It's
beautiful for the
okay. We
game
can. We can. We can stick to the PowerPoint and
lecture.
then. Yeah.
Yeah, so let's forward, down, left and right, and let's hit the play button and let's check it out. No, it is not going to be down, it is going to be back. Yeah, it is going to be back, because down is going to be something like down or into the ground actually.
Uh-huh.
Okay, into the ground. So now you can see the ball, the ball script is very fine now. You can move the ball anywhere you want. Okay,
Yes.
okay. And if I add something, let me try. Look, now let's see if it's follow the player. Now whenever we are going somewhere, so the camera is looking at us. Okay, we will do this later and make a camera a little bit okay, like this. And then I will this the method which now we are going to use is the axis one, and this one is the most useful method for the games. Okay, this one, the
Yes.
method number 4, axis horizontal and vertical. There are two type of axes. The one is horizontal and the second one is vertical. And for that we need a direction. We will create a vector 3 variable dir, and then what we will do, we will add some uh, we will get the axis of horizontal and vertical of the player, and then we will add the velocity. We will add the velocity, and the player will move, and this will be the finest one among all the four methods. The fourth method is very fine, and
Uh,
let's do this one. So for that, what we have to do, we have to make a vector 3D vector 3 object as the direction. The direction will be different actually. It will take care all the direction like up, down, left, right. Okay. So we don't need
yes.
to add the four methods. Okay. So in this will be method number 4, which one is get axis. A horizontal and vertical. Okay. So for that, we have to first of all assign the dir, and the dir is equals to, okay, okay, okay. So we have to add a character controller over here, a component character controller, this one. Okay.
Mm.
And now you can see there is a slope limit, there is a step offset, skin width, min move distance, center, radius, and many things you can see over here. Okay. Okay, now we have to add the dir, and we have to assign the dir into the get axis. Okay. 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 Dir, we don't need to assign it because we are updating it over here. Okay. So move dir uh, is equals to, where is that? I have changed the name actually. Dir is there. Why it is not coming? Yeah, maybe because of this. Okay, okay. I was out of the update method actually. That's why it is not getting the dir. So dir is equals to move the direction. We have to write it new vector 3 invert dot get axis raw, and this one is going to be a horizontal, and the second one will be 0, and the third one is going to be vertical. Okay. It is going to be look like this. We have to change the name, vertical, and that's it. Why it is showing the error?
Okay.
Input dot access row.
You have one parenthesis. You need to close the bracket. You need one more.
Yeah, extra.
Mm-mm. No.
No, there are three. What
dir
even is
is, yeah, I don't know what is happening. First of all, we can make it comment because we are not going to do this one. Dir is equals to new vector 3, and under this input dot get axis row, and this one is going to horizontal, and the second one will be 0f, and the third one
No,
will be the,
on your slides it's different.
oh really,
Yeah, you can look on your PPT.
okay, I will see what is happening. Okay, let me copy paste this one. It is different.
Yeah, look,
Yeah, it's a little bit different.
the parentheses, the brackets is different.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can you
The
see it?
verdict, yeah, I have changed it. This one is
Yes.
having errors, and this one is working fine.
Yes.
And
You
I
see
have
the
now,
bracket?
I think both are same.
No,
Both are
in the first one, the horizontal, you didn't put the brackets there. After horizontal.
okay. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Can you see the parentheses? Yeah.
Now there's the error. If you put it, it's gonna be gone.
And second, now how, why it's, yeah, that's it.
You
That's
remove
the
it, Hafiz.
get access. Yeah, the first line I have to
After
remove.
after horizontal, you're supposed to put brackets. Yes.
Okay, so we can copy this one and paste it over here, and it is fine. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
it is working. So now we have to add the velocity. So rb dot velocity, and it is equals to dir, the direction, and multiply by speed. So this is two lines of
Right.
code. This is two line
Mr.
of
Hafiz,
code.
can I ask question here? What's that? Sorry, but RB, it's what's RB and what's the velocity? Stand for what?
The velocity is a gravity, is a gravity, like it is a physics actually. It is something like
Oh,
a force. It is similar to the force. We can see over here, if I add the physics, what is velocity in physics? It's actually, it is a velocity is a rate which the position changes.
okay.
The
All right,
average
all right.
velocity is the displacement or position of change of vector quantity
It's
per
like
time
the
interval.
equation for anything, right? It's the
Yeah,
equation or something.
yeah,
All right, all right.
yeah. So this is actually, we have a rigid body, which is a physics, the mass, drag, everything is there, the
Yeah,
gravity is there. So we can use so many things as per the physics is there. So we use the velocity for the rigid body. From rigid body, we can access so many physics variables, and we can change the variable uh, numbers from this, and the numbers are the horizontal and vertical. So now these two line of codes will work very fast, very good. This is the fourth method. And yeah, the fifth method I haven't shared it with you. It will be a character controller. I will tell you after this one. It will be similar, actually. It will be similar, but now let me go with this. Now you can see the ball movement is very good from this two line of code. Okay,
All right. Yes.
the working is very fine. So all this code is not useless. These all code is good, but as a project requirement you can use them. Okay, you should know that transform dot position, what you can do with that, and how what the translate method can do. And you can let's say you can do the same work in different ways, but the best way for doing this is this thing. And the the other thing we can do with that is we can add the character controller, the fifth method. The character controller will be there, and you can see there are so many things over here. So what we can do, uh, it is same like as rigid body. We have to create a new variable which is character controller, and we can call it controller. Okay, and now we have to assign it is equal to get component. It is same like rigid body and character controller, something like this. Okay, so now we have assigned the character controller to the uh, player. The player character controller is this now. And now what we have to do, we have to copy this one, we have to paste it, and now comment this one, and this will be method. Okay, what is happening? Method number 5, and which is character controller. Okay, this one is get access. And now what we have to do is character controller, and now we can add the dot move. There is a method, no, not this char controller, actually char, yeah, this one. And the method, you can see a move method is there. So under this method we can write the direction multiply by time dot delta time, and that's it. So now I think we don't need the speed value, we don't need anything, because the radius and slope limit and step offset is there, so we can change it. So let's see if it is work or not. If I hit the play button and I move it, okay, so where is the, yeah, so you can select this one, and the height is actually 0.1 should be high. I can show you in the on the runtime how I can change something. The
Okay.
radius, I can change the radius.
Sorry, but why?
It is rotating, right? It is because of the
Mm.
character controller actually. I have to set the
Oh,
values.
okay, okay.
Okay. So I think I have to, the player should be standing on the floor
Yes.
for the first time. Okay. And let's see. Now it is fine. Okay. So now the speed
But
is very, very slow.
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. So if I increase the step offset, so it is not okay. Mean move distance is 0.001. So if I change this, here, yeah. So what we can do for making the speed variable, so we can add our own speed to add the force actually. So let's see if it is work or not. Okay. I have to uncheck this maximize on play. So it will not open the big screen. So now, yeah, the speed is now controlling from the speed variable. If I make it 1, so it will move slow. And if I make it like 50, so it will move like so much faster. The 20
can
speed.
can we can we check the gravity if it falls or not? So if you go outside the plane.
No, it will not go going out because the script is there, but it will not add the physics things. Okay,
So you
if
cannot add physics.
I cannot if the rigid body is there, so it will not collide it with any other things, and we cannot check the gravity physics values actually. So now, right now the movement is working fine. Okay, and this one I like this one, the last one, from where we can change the speed value, and the speed is fine, the 5 speed is fine, working fine. Like we can move the player like this, the player is moving. Okay, it is working very fine. Okay,
All right.
so now what we will do, we will go for the next thing, which is trigger collision detection. Okay, so for that I will create a new class, because the movement script will take care of only the movement. Okay, so I will create a new class of player controller. Okay, a player controller is there now, and now we have to move this class to under the scripts folder. And now open it up. Okay, and now I can show you some methods, or you can write below the update method on trigger enter, and on trigger exit, and on trigger stay. There are 3 methods, and now you can see like debug if if other dot tag is equals to cube, then
Hafiz, family come first. Check your son because yeah.
yeah, he's fine now. If it is cube, it is if the collision is box, okay, and so we can write over here that trigger enter into box, okay. And if it is same, it is same like if we trigger exit, so we can write trigger exit from box, and trigger stay. The tag is trigger stay, okay. So this is the debug. This is the things which we can add. We can add in a game, like when we hit to the enemy, okay. When we hit with the enemy, so we can check if it is the enemy or not, okay. So we can make game
Okay.
over. We can make game over. Okay, so now what we have to do in the environment, there is no box. So there is a box, and this one, the tag is untagged, okay. So now I have to add a new tag from like this, and add save it, and again you have to select that cube, and you can select the box like this, okay. And make sure there is a box collider over there, okay. And okay, let's see what is going to happen, which method is work and which method is not going to work. So now when I hit with the okay, nothing is called because this is the collision method. Trigger means when the two objects clashes between each other, okay. Trigger is
Okay.
that. So we have to make on collision enter, okay. On collision enter is different type of method, okay. Okay, box, this is collision. All are different actually, so you have to collision dot game object and then tag, so it will get that, okay. So we can write over here collision enter, and we can add the name of that tag, so it will add the things. So now let's see. So now I will show you clear this one.
Okay. Nothing.
Collision interbox, right?
Ah, right. Yes, 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 yes.
Now
Okay.
when we hit, so the collision interbox is working over there, okay.
Nothing. Yes.
So this is way we can check how the collision works, and I will make a red zone over here. Let me be fast to create a 3D cube like this, and this will be a red zone. Make it bigger, and if we have a transparent, red zone. We can write it red zone, and we can make it transparent. From here. So it is similar to the transparent. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
this one is the red zone. And for trigger enter, you have to make sure the collider should be, its trigger is activated. This should be checked. And if it is the box, then the trigger will work. Okay. The trigger should be checked, its trigger. Okay. Under the box collider component, its trigger bool should be checked for triggering the values, the objects actually. Okay. So now let's see if I go under over here. Now you can see trigger stay is calling now.
Yes.
Trigger stay, it's become like the ball is, the player is under the red zone, so we can detect it. Okay. And whenever we go out from here, the trigger exit from box called,
Yeah.
and the trigger enter also works. Now I can show
So
you
insert.
whenever I enter to the red zone, the trigger enter will work. Now trigger enter works first. Trigger enter into box, and then the player is staying over there. Okay. And whenever I go out from here, trigger exit will work. So this is the way we can check how the triggers are working. And I have to, the lecture is becoming lengthy, I think. Okay, timer, I think we have done this before. Timer, I think we have done this before. So we can skip this one, or we can do over here. Okay, we can do this timer, like we can make a text. Okay, and we can call it timer. Okay, we can go to the 2D and we can change the text to 00, and you can use any font from the Adobe family. You can just download the font from Google and just drag into the project, and you can use it. Okay, Hossein?
Yes.
It is easy.
All right.
If you drag and drop the fonts family over here, so whenever you open this file, so you can see all the fonts over here. So you can use any type of fonts, any beautiful font if you want to use, so you can use it. Okay, so I have to set the anchor, and now okay, player controller, I think I have to create a new script, which is a game manager, and another script for UI manager. Okay, and I have to add a new component, new script. So there is a UI manager, and I have to write the total public float total time, and in the update method we will use the time in fix update. Okay, fixed update will work lesser than update. Update is very faster than fixed update. So the timer we will do in the fixed update. So the timer total time is minus and equals to time dot delta time, and that's it. Now let's see. Now we have to assign the values. Okay, now I have to also add the new class of UI dot UI, and I have to assign public text, and it is timer text. Okay, and I have to assign timer text dot text is equals to total time, and we have to add something like this to make it run. Okay, I have not assigned the values, so for now I have to assign the values. That's why the error is there. So UI manager timer is there, and the total time is 60 seconds. So let's run. Now you can see the timer is running.
Yes.
Okay, so this is how we can create the timer, and we can also check. We can make some statements over there, like if total time is less than or equals to 0, so you can debug.log and game over. Okay, we can run this methods. So that's simple is that. And now the player prefs are there now, which is perfect. So now for that, what we can do is as a player pref, I can tell you how to do this. So for that, we can make a input field, and a placeholder would be a nickname, something like that. Okay, nickname, and there is a button. Okay, a button will be there to save this value. Okay, got it? So we
Yeah.
have to make a method.
Okay.
Okay, for now. So in the UI manager public void save nickname, and so now what we will do, we have to make a new input field variable which is nickname. Okay, and now we can access it. Okay, so